Good morning, all of you. Today I am giving a lecture on MEMS and lecture 2. And in the last lecture, we are discussing about one-dimensional structures. So today we are discussing about two-dimensional structures and quantum dots and quantum nanos. So quantum wires. So all the things we are discussing in this lecture. So what is a two-dimensional system? 2D nanomaterials exhibit plate-like shapes. 2D nanomaterials include nanoflames, nanolayers, and nanocoatings. 2D material can be amorphous or crystalline, used as a single layer or multi-layer structures, deposit on a substrate, metallic, ceramic, or polymeric. So, two-dimensional system basically we are using in nanostructures uh, for fabrication methods in the forms of nanofilms. We can say that is thin films, and nanolayer or nanocoating we can use. So the material which are used in two-dimensional systems, they have some properties like amorphous or crystalline structure, like a crystalline structure, like we can use. One was the best example of a carbons. Carbon allotropes, like it is a graphites. Graphite is a crystal and it is work as a two-dimensional structure. It is used as a single layer or multi-layer structures. It can be single layer, it can be multi-layer. It depends on the structures and easily deposited into the substrates. So that is the two-dimensional systems about that. Next, here we are giving the figure carbon structure. They are showing that uh, three-dimensional structure, two-dimensional structure, and one-dimensional structure. As in the figure, one-dimensional structure is a chain structure. Two-dimensional structure is a, like this is one is a hexagonal structure or graphite structure. We can see, we already know about that. And this is a diamond structure, that is a three-dimensional structures. So carbon materials allotropes are we are using, and these allotropes are present in all dimensions such as 3D, 2D, and one dimensionals. So diamonds and graphites are two allotropes of carbons, pure forms of the same element that differ in structures. Next. Quantum confinement. Quantum confinement is the spatial confinement of electron hole pairs is one or more dimensions within a materials. 1D confinement, quantum wells. 2-dimensional confinement is known as quantum wire. 3-dimensional confinement is known as quantum dots. So, quantum confinement is basically define the dimensional structures within dimensions present in within the materials. And quantum confinement is more prominent in a semiconductor because they have an energy gap in their electronic band structures. Metals do not have a band gap, so quantum size effects are less prevalent. Quantum confinement is only observed at dimensions below 2 nanometers. So quantum can be observed when the dimensions are more less than 2 nanometers. Okay, the next one is the quantum dots. Crystal nanoparticles are made of semiconductor materials, so small enough to show quantum mechanical properties. Dimension range from 1 to 100 nanometers. Electronic properties are intermediary or bulk semiconductor and discrete molecules. They are closely related to their shapes and size. The size is inversely proportional to the band gap. Made from the range of materials zinc sulfide, lead sulfide, cadmium selenide, and indium phosphide. Can be toxic while using in the human body, therefore coated with a protective polymers. So quantum dot is a nanoparticle structure, nanoparticle semiconductor materials, and it's the size of 1 to 100 nanometers. So quantum dots are a nanoparticle structure that exhibit three-dimensional quantum confinement, which leads to many unique optical and transport properties. As already we read that quantum confinants have in quantum dots, they are three-dimensional structures, and it is a unique properties of optical and transport properties. Quantum dots are usually regarded as semiconductor by definitions. Similarly, behavior is observed in some metals. Therefore, in some cases, it may be acceptable to speak about metal quantum dots. Quantum dots are a band gap tunable by size, which means their optical and electrical properties can be engineered to meet specific applications. So, quantum dot on the basis of application, band gap can be tuned, or it can be reduced, or it can be rate increased depending on applications. Absorption and emissions occur occurs at a specific wavelength which are related to quantum dot size. So in this figure we are seeing the three diagrams and each band gap is different, and according to band gap the quantum dot size will be vary. So in the first figure we are seeing that the quantum dot size very the band gap is very small, then the quantum dot size is very high. Then we are in figure 2 that we are seeing that the band gap will be increases quite increases, and it will be size will be quantum dot will be reduced slightly. Then it will again be size band gap will be size increase more, and quantum dot size will be reduced more. So on the basis of the band gap the quantum dot size will be defined, and so you can say that's a band gap energy band gap. The quantum dot size can be depend on the energy band gap. Electrons or holes are confined in all three dimensions of space by surrounding material with the larger band gaps. So discrete energy level, a quantum dot has a larger band gap. Like bulk semiconductor, electron tends to make transition near the edge of the band gap in the quantum dots. So in the figure we see in the there are four figures are present: bulk semiconductor, quantum well, quantum wire, and quantum dots. In the first figure, there are the gap is very slightly less. In the second, we are seeing that quantum well is band gap is high. Then we say quantum wire is comparatively quantum well is more, and we are seeing that quantum dot energy band gap is very high. So as the energy band gap increases, the quantum dot size will be continuously reducing. In this part is this one is size like that, then it will be reduced at that, it will be reduced at that, and last one is figure we are seeing that the quantum dot size will be completely small. So on energy, according to energy band gap, the size will be quantum dot will be continuously reducing. So discrete energy level also defined. How can it behave like quantum dots? The energy level depend on the size and also the shape of the quantum dots. Smaller quantum dots require some features that higher energy required to confine excitation to a smaller volume. Higher energy level increase in energy and spread out more. Higher band gap energy. So there are the two figures are we are showing the one is bulk semiconductor, and this one is the excitation bore radius. Similarly here is a bulk semiconductor and excitation bore radius. So this one is size bulk semiconductor is very high, and this one is size is very small. So energy band gap here is very small, here energy band gap is very high. So move from here to here, then it will require more energy, and here to here move will require very less energy. So in discrete energy level we are defining the energy level. When the bulk semiconductor is small, the energy level will be high. Whenever bulk semiconductor is high, then energy band gap will be low. So what are the applications are the present? Detection of a toxin and pathogens, and defining their characteristics including virulence. Example of pathogens are targeted so far: Cryptosporidium, Parum, Lamblia. These are all the diseases are used to for the detection of the any particle or bacteria by through this. Used in display technology, used in electromechanical systems, used in cancer therapies. So next one is a thin film semiconductor. Electron in a conduction bands and holes in the valence bands are free to move in a two-dimensional. Confined in one dimensional by potential well. So already we know that is confined in one dimensional is potential well. We know potential well is created due to larger band gap of the semiconductor on the either side of the thin film. Thin film leads to higher energy levels. In the figure we are seeing the valence band and conduction band is very less band gap between them, and energy level required to move quantum dots from one level to another bands. It requires very less energy level. Next is the quantum wires. Extremely thin wires. The thickness are diameters are less than 10 to 9 meter. Aspect ratio we require greater than 1000. And development of applications are required. Development of microprocessor, prototype sensors, and boards. Used for biosensing purpose also we require quantum wires. The nanowire based devices are ultra sensitive and thus can detect the wide range of biological chemical species from DNA to drug molecules and viruses and pH. So we are quantum wire can be used in biological applications like DNA or drug detections. We use quantum wires. So that is all about we learned that what is a two-dimensional system, how can quantum dots or quantum wires behave, and how can be size reduce, or how can the quantum dot size will be depend on the energy band gap, and what are the applications of the quantum dots and quantum wires. So that is all about the two-dimensional structures and dots and quantum wires. Thank you so much.